next thing. Google is always changing. So let's move on to the next slide, if you don't mind. Okay, so click it again, would you? Because I want you guys to see this. That's internet marketing, and you're tiny. It's very big. So let's do a quick survey. How many people here do internet marketing as a primary internet marketing? A little bit, okay. How many's doing a startup? Startups? Okay, good, good. Okay, boss of internet marketer. Okay, the reason why I ask, could you hit the next one? That's that guy, the guy down there. He's the boss, because he's always yelling at the internet marketer, which is this lady here. And the tech guy, who looks like he's about ready to sleep, because when he's not in front of his computer, he's not excited about anything. Right? So this is a typical internet marketing meeting. Who can tell me who the 800-pound gorilla is? Anybody?
Google.
Google. That's right. In internet marketing, when it comes to presence, if you're not with Google, you're not present. You don't have any brand awareness. You don't have, you know, of course, keep in mind Google also owns YouTube, things like for you guys. But click it, would you? So, what is internet marketing? That's what I want to get to right now. Let's go quickly. I'd like to find out what you guys know about the elements or the pieces, the building blocks of internet marketing. Okay, don't give me any acronyms and no blanket catch-all phrases. Hans, give me a couple of internet marketing pieces.
Keywords.
Keywords, very good. I would consider that one less obvious. People usually don't say that. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Hans.
Hans too?
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
You got something for me?
No.
No. Not a thing. Internet marketing. What are some elements of internet marketing?
Link building.
Link building, linkage, exactly. Give me some.
Likes.
Huh?
Likes.
Likes, no.
Followers.
Back there. Give me a couple, you guys.
Making sure you know someone at Google.
That helps. That does help.
AdWords.
AdWords. Okay, that's a more obvious one. AdWords.
That's the one I was going to say.
Okay. Okay, but nobody's really said the really important ones.
Listening to Todd Michael Heater in Gran Canaria.
Okay, social network. I mean,
click the next one. There's actually a lot. There's actually a lot of things going on here. Okay, internet marketing is about being proactive. If you're going to be a good internet marketer, you have to be proactive. And these are the things that you need to be proactive about. Okay, and there's more, but these are the main things. Nobody said domain name. That's really important. Domain name. I think all of you will see the obviousness of why a domain name is important. If you don't have a good domain name, you may not succeed. And it depends on your business. Some businesses depend on their domain name having their keywords in it. I have one client that has a domain name, Villa Gran Canaria. You know, is it important that his business is called Special Lodges? Special Lodges doesn't get any search volume on the internet, but Villa Gran Canaria does. So he makes his domain name Villa Gran Canaria, and he gets some presence. Okay. Keywords, as Hans says, very important. I'd call that number 2 under the less obvious. Okay. SERPs. Nobody mentioned that. SERPs. Search engine result pages. These are critical. Search engine result pages. Who knows what a search engine result page looks like? No hands? You've all seen them. You probably see them every single day. No? No? Well, we'll get to that. Okay? Search engine result pages. Google Network. Everybody's a part of Google. They're in everywhere. Everywhere you see sponsored by AdWords. That's a website that's a part of Google Network. TripAdvisor, all of things are all part of Google Network. Other search pages like Bing. You go to Bing and you type in a keyword phrase and a page follows. That's a SERP. That's a search engine result page. Google AdWords, we guess. Google business listings. How many know that Google has Google business listings and you can put your business in there and you can get on page 1 of a SERP just like that, just by putting your listing in there?
Paying?
No, it's free. And keep in mind, this is where all of the mobile stuff is getting all of their data, too, about your business when people go to places and they want to find your business. Like, for example, Villa Gran Canaria. It's very important that his villa appear when somebody goes and they search for Villa Gran Canaria. YouTube, super important, YouTube. And we just saw a presentation about the importance of YouTube. Facebook, Twitter, blogging, emailers, external listings. These are websites like TripAdvisor. If you're a villa, if you were selling villas, then you've got to be in TripAdvisor, right? So you got to make sure your listing's in there. If you are doing software and you're doing something innovative, like well, I guess we lost the we lost the owner of the video link. But if you're doing something innovative and it's a new platform, you're going to want to be in Wikipedia, and you're going to want to post a page in Wikipedia. Because Wikipedia is all linked together, and you can create all kinds of links, and lots of people go to Wikipedia to find that sort of thing. So, banners, da-da-da. Okay. The less obvious stuff, and this is all internet marketing. How are you going to create your web page? What structure is your web page going to have? It's got the domain name, maybe with a keyword in it, but later on, is it just going to have a bunch of code, or is it going to have also keywords in it? That's important. Title tags, critical. Anchor text, 301 redirect. Did you make a new web page and spend years with your old web page, make a new web page, and then find your traffic all disappeared? What happened? We did this because we wanted to do more business, and now we got less business. 301 redirect stops that from happening and maintains your search engine optimization. Very important. Page load time. Even that is internet marketing, because if somebody clicks on your link in a SERP page, you know, you typed in something like Canary Island holiday, you got a list of things, you know, oh, there's the tourist board, click, and then all of a sudden it takes 5 seconds to do anything. That's not good. That's page load time. That creates a bounce. People go back to the SERP page and click someplace else. So, synergy. All of these things actually all work together. All of them work together. The domain name works with the content in your website, works with the file structure, works with the title tag in order to get you search engine optimization. Right? All that works with external links and listings, and YouTube, links in YouTube, etc. So here's our pieces. These are our pieces. It's like, if you think of it in terms of chess, right? You got all of these little pieces. You got pawns, you got all of these things. And now that you understand how the pieces are and what they do, you got to move to strategy. That's the next one. Okay. So, what's the basic strategy for being an internet marketer? You got to have a plan of action, right? And again, let me remind you, it's all about being proactive. You have to be proactive. When there's a meeting and everybody's talking about domain names, you need to say, maybe we should put a keyword in the domain name. Or they're talking about platforms, the internet marketer's got to jump up and say, we should do something that's going to have aliases for our URLs so that our keywords are in our URLs, etc. So go ahead and click it again. Number one, for basic strategies, is you got to take inventory. Number two, analyze. And then number three, create objectives. That's how you're going to be proactive about doing your internet marketing. So for example, you can do it globally, and then you can also do it macro and micro. Okay? When I work with a client and I want to do an initial assessment, it's always global. And I ask the client, well, do you have a website? They do have a website. Well, that lets me see a domain name, that lets me see content, that lets me see keywords that you're using, title tags, all of that. I get to see all of that stuff. right? So take inventory. Also, what else? It's not just website. Do they have videos? Do they have stuff they don't even know about? Are they in Wikipedia and they don't even know they're in Wikipedia? Are they on YouTube and they don't even know they're on YouTube? Take all of this, take inventory on your product. What do you got? What do you got to work with? Who's your competition? Who are your partners that you're going to want to be with and create linkage with? After you do that, then you go and you create your objectives. And the objectives should be very clear in the beginning, is that you should deal with critical objectives first. So for example, when the Canary Island Tourism Office hired me, and they said, you know, what can you do for us? We've got this big account with Google, and we're spending all this money, and we don't know really whether we're getting our money's worth or not. So the first thing I did was look at what they're doing. And it became very obvious that they're spending all of this money for paid traffic, and they're missing out on this opportunity to get all this free traffic from search engine optimization. That became the obvious thing. And so one of the first things I said that they need to do is just create a very simple campaign. Let's go to the next one, will you? Case studies. I said create a very simple campaign, and all we'll do, you've got 2,000 content pages in your website. Let's just go in and change the title tags on every single page and try to hit as many keywords and focus on keywords as possible. Within 2 months after doing that job, they tripled their traffic to their website. Just like that. And that was a very simple job. Didn't require much effort. You got to have a guy like me or somebody else that is going to analyze what keywords you got, what keywords that you need to have, and then how to put them together in a way that looks nice on a SERP, right? Because the title tags appear at the beginning of the web search engine result page. It's title tags and then description underneath that. I'll show you one of those. Other case studies. For example, looking at the Canary Islands example again, I said, well, where the target audience, where are they coming from? When are they looking for when are their clients, the people that want to vacation at the Canary Islands, when are they looking? Because that's when you want to spend your money on internet marketing. If you're going to be spending money, you want to make sure you're spending it during the time that the people are actually looking for vacations. And so therefore, we went to, and you can see this thing here. If you click on, can you click on that? All right, if you're on the internet, click on where it says keyword, no, here, click on this. Keyword search. Did it open a web page?
Click on the image.
No, not the image. It's not the image, actually.
Okay.
And you had it right. It just didn't open an image.
It's like surfing, diving, and browsing, diving.
Yeah, go ahead. Just go right to the browser. Okay. Type in Google Trends.
Or in the browser.
It just search for Google Trends. It'll give you a link. Google Trends.
Okay.
No, with an N. There you go. There you go. Click. Okay. This helps us too. By the way, this is a SERP, search engine result page. If you're an internet marketer, you're going to want to be very familiar with the elements of this page, right? So one of the elements, the most obvious element is that your keyword is right here. And this keyword will also highlight throughout the contents of this page as well. This here, this bit right here, is actually a AdWords ad, text ad is what they're called. This below it is all natural listings. Okay, so we have to believe that Google is using their algorithm in a non-biased way and creating some, natural listings for us. So go up and click on Google Trends right here. Click right there. I just want to show you guys a tool one of the tools that you use in internet marketing is this tool. This gives you an idea of search volume for keyword phrases. So when you're trying to understand what kind of keyword phrases to put on your home page, what to put in your title tag on your home page, you may want to come here first and see what people are actually looking for. So type in Canary Islands holiday, for example. Or no, just type in holiday destination. Yeah. Click return. Okay. Loading, loading, loading. And here we are. Can you move the mouse? There you go. Okay. These peaks right here, move the mouse down. These peaks right here, this is the beginning of the year. This is the top time that people in the UK, at least, English speakers mainly, are looking for vacation holidays, vacation destinations. It's top time. So if you're not doing your internet marketing during that time, you're missing the boat. When I looked at the Canary Islands, they had this thing where they wouldn't get any marketing money until March, so they didn't do any spending at the beginning of the year. So they missed out on all of this. So the idea to be proactive in this regard was to say, hey, save a little bit of your money for the end of the year into the next year, and then you'll be spending your money more wisely. That's just one example. Go back to the presentation.
How come only in the UK?
Because Italy and Spain, Southern Europe is different. Southern Europe is not, they don't have that peaks. But Northern, and I'd probably assume Norway and things like that as well, they do have that peak. But for example, Italy, it goes, you know, it's in March when they're looking for their vacations. And Spain is a little bit different too. There's a little bit of a bump, but it's not as predominant and obvious.
But that graph was a general one, was not.
That was a general one. Yeah,
Okay.
that's because it's Google.com and it's going really mainly English, right?
Yeah.
So it's not really touching so much on the Southern Europe. I could have went. You could orient that Google Trends and just do UK, and you would see very, you know what I mean? You'd see this thing and then like this. Exactly. Go ahead.
Is Villa Gran Canaria the customer, the public sector customer we're talking about?
No. This is Canary Islands. This is a Canary Island tourism. Okay, so I'm just going through. I talked a little bit about Google Maps. That's Google Business. Go ahead and go back to the internet. Let's do a case study on this one just quickly. Okay, everybody that has a business. If you're doing, especially if you have a location to your business, you need to do this. This is very important. No. Go to, just go to google.com. Just google.com. Let's do a search. I think you can search right here, right? Yeah, there you go. Just go there. Okay, search for Villa in Gran Canaria. If you type in a region in Google search, more likely than not, you'll see that over there. And then you'll see this. And this is at the top of the page. A, B, C. These are not generated through organic process. These are generated through an organic process of the Google business listings. So you're at, my guy's here, he's right here, he's at the top of the, so he's on page 1.
You want me to click it?
No, you don't need to click there. Yeah, why don't you click here, just so I can show you click on opinions. Here's what will happen when you'll go. What you should do is try to find your business, because they are there, but they're not claimed in some cases. Okay, your business might be there, but it's not being claimed. If you click on administer your page, then it will take you through a process where you can claim it and then start making adjustments to this, which means that you want to get a nice title tag in there, you want to get some description tags in there and things like this. This is what creates a little bit of optimization to be at the top of the list. But you need to be in Google listings. Go back to the presentation again. Thanks, Nestor, for being my assistant here. I'll go back, would you? Okay, so, by the way, YouTube. Go down to, let's do a case study on YouTube, just so you can see what's going on there. Go to the browser again, and this time go into YouTube, youtube.com. I did a consulting and training seminar for Tourism of Fuerteventura, the official tourism office in Fuerteventura. And what I did is I showed them how, because they had 50 videos, but not one of their videos was on page 1 of Google. So I went in and I showed their tech guy how he can easily go into their account, change it, and we saw this in the previous demonstration, change the keywords around so that you can get immediately on page 1. And it's not like it's not like Google.com either, where it may take days or weeks to become to get ranked. In Google, you can just, within 24 hours, if you put the keywords properly, you can get on page 1 of Google. Excuse me, YouTube. Go ahead and type in Canary Islands holiday. Oh, Canary Island, just island. I think that's better.
Holiday or without holiday?
Dash, or space holidays. Holidays with an S. There you go. This is my video, or this is my work here. This is page 1. This is where I showed the Canary Island Tourist Board that, hey, start a YouTube channel, make the name of your channel Canary Islands Holiday, make your first video have Canary Islands and holiday in it, and make your title, your description have Canary Islands Holiday, and your keywords tags have Canary Islands Holiday, and you'll be on page 1 at near the top for Canary Islands Holiday. Go down a little bit, scroll down.
But the first one is in Italy.
Yeah, these are paid. These are paid. These are coming from AdWords.
Yeah.
Right? Keep going down. Keep going down. This is also me. This is a very little town hall in Gran Canaria called Valle Seco. And I did what these guys did. I did a guerrilla video. I just went up one day where the shooting and created a video for them. Go ahead and click on the video, and we can see what it looks like. And this is also on page. This is in the top 10 on YouTube. This just has music in the background, is all it is, and it just shows you what hiking is like in Valle Seco. It's 3 minutes long, and it has a very nice little audio track.
Jack Johnson's.
What's that?
Jack Johnson's music.
Bruce Colburn. It's from the 70s. Oh, you guys get the idea. Pop out of there. Okay, so you can see it says Todd Michael Heater there. YouTube just recently changed it so it doesn't put your username anymore. You can put your name. I can change that back to.
Do you advise that?
My username is Monkey Plays Magic, by the way. It used to say Monkey Plays Magic there. But, and we got some nice video comments. You can see that they've got 9,000 views, which isn't bad for a little tiny territory in the middle in the middle of Gran Canaria. Click back again. Okay, go down. Oh, here's my work again with Fuerteventura. So all three, we dominate all three. 3 spots in the top 10. Let's go back to the case study thing, see what's the next case study. So that's YouTube, and we just had a little conversation about video marketing, etc. That is an easy way to get traffic. Now, I didn't show you, but in the description, you can put a link, and it actually is a link in the very first part of the description, and it will go right to your website. If you do HTML in the description, so HTML, www.vallesecogranCanaria.com, and it'll go. And it also gets you SEO, external links. So you want to have both of those, right? 301 redirect, we talked about that a little bit. This is an example of 301 redirect. Fuerteventura, they redid their website. Not Fuerteventura, but Lanzarote. They redid their website, made a beautiful website, but didn't do any 301 redirect. And they went from having, 2,000 visitors a day down to having 500. And that lasted almost a year. Now, I didn't find out about it until a year later, but they could have at any point during that year went back and put the 301 redirect in. Just because you don't do it in the beginning doesn't mean it's too late. You go back. This is what it is being proactive about internet marketing. It's about seeing these details and taking advantage of it. That's how you're going to get traffic to your website. That's how you're going to get brand awareness. That's how you're going to get on SERPs. Is seeing something and going, look at what's happening here. And here is one of the best examples. I know we have a lot of startups here, but we already sort of talked about starting up a little bit. I'll touch on that a little bit. Anytime I talk to somebody that's starting up a web project, a startup, and they want it to be a success, I always talk to them about domain name. That's a big conversation. The next conversation is about what platform are they going to use and what's going to be the structure. In Europe, it's all about these languages. We've got to be in all these languages. And so they put EN as one of their file folders, you know what I mean, which is English. They said, don't put EN, put whatever your keyword phrase is in English of the most important keyword phrase. You don't have to put EN there. And then you take advantage of search engine optimization. Okay, so startups, it's great to work with startups because you're from scratch, and so you don't have to go back and go, oh, we have to redo it. Like, for example, this one up here, this is about load time. There's a nice tool. Let's go check out the tool. How much time do we got? We're still okay on time?
Yeah, we're fine. Keep going, please.
Okay. Well, let's do load time because this is an important one. People don't understand. Go back to the internet again, and type in the URL tools. Just type in tools.pingkingdom.com. Okay. Just type in the keyword phrase tools pingdom.com. Dom, D-O-M, and tools. There you go. Tools. There you go. Okay. Click on that top one there. For those of you that have websites and do marketing, one of the important things you're going to want to know, and you're really going to want to know this is important, is how fast does your page actually get to the people that are looking at it? So type in, for example, who's got a website? Pedro. Pablo. I knew that. What's your domain name?
Geosophic. Might be.
Can you type that in, Nestor?
Geosophic.com.
Oh, almost there. Okay, hang on. Now it's going. Oh, that's good.
It's good, is it?
You win.
Hooray.
You're a big winner. Give that man a cigar. His load time was 1.24 seconds. Okay, if you're in the 2 to 3 second range, you're not dead. If you're over the 3 second range, you're almost dead. If you're over the 6 second range, forget about it. Why bother having a website and paying anybody to maintain it and keep it going? Okay. Did you put another one in?
Try mine.
Oh, you tried yours. Okay. Now, that's a bit of a... Yeah, it didn't like yours. Yours is offline. I did exaggerate a little bit there. Even websites that take a long time to download and have lots of content, it does depend on how necessary that content is for the users, whether they will wait it out and see what's going on. But if you're in a field that is very competitive, you're going to want your website's load time to be competitive as well. If it's faster than your competition's, then you've got an edge up on it. Okay, so another case study. I think we went through all of these. Let's go to the big one. The reason why we're doing this. Just click next, would you? Okay, so how do you get 1 billion impressions? First, you have to have deep pockets. You have to have deep pockets. Now, the Canary Islands used to have deep pockets and used to spend a lot of money on Google. The previous year to me coming in, they spent almost 800,000 euros on AdWords, 800,000. We reduced, and the year that I came in, the next year that I came in, we reduced that down to 40%. So we spent 450,000. I'm getting my numbers a little bit wrong, so those of you that are mathematicians. It was about 40%. Anyway, we reduced down. We got, though, 8 times as many impressions per 1,000 than they did the previous year. But not only that, we got them where they're needed most. Now, when I was taking inventory of the internet marketing elements that the Canary Islands had, specific to AdWords, the thing that caught my eye the most was in the keyword list, every single keyword that they had a name place within the Canary Islands in the keyword. Does anybody see how that could be wrong, how that could be funny, strange? Now Google likes this because this means that they're going to get a high CTR, conversion rate, right? So when you go to a Google search page and you type in, for example, Fuerteventura, which is a name place within the Canary Islands, Fuerteventura weather, boom, there it is, #1. Click here. Canary Islands government pays 50 cents for you to visit and get the weather for Fuerteventura. Well, they were spending 6,000 euros a year just on giving the weather to people that are living in Tenerife. Does that make sense? It didn't make any sense to me. And the whole concept of having the name place in the keyword list, where every single keyword, they had 5,000 keywords, every single one of them had a name place in it. It was Las Palmas or Gran Canaria, and then some other train of words, right? So how did we get 1 billion? 1 billion impressions? Number one, we said, screw you, Google, we don't care about CTR. Number two, we said, we don't care about quality score either. We're going to get what we can get, and then fine. And number three, we created 60,000 keywords, phrases, and continued to add and remove, add and remove, add and remove keyword phrase. Now, grant you, this is in 8 languages. Okay, so it's so we had a lot of room to work, but it all had to do with travel and vacation travel specifically. All of the keyword phrases. So here's an example right here. This is a SERP. It's for the network in Google.es or Google Spain, right? So somebody in Google Spain, if they typed in vacations December, right? Vacaciones diciembre. You typed in that bit. Who types in Canary Islands? Who's going to type in Fuerteventura? That person's already coming to Fuerteventura, right? Who do you want as a government? Don't you want people that are looking to come to a destination? Don't you want to get brand awareness in front of people that are getting ready to go someplace, but they don't know where they're going yet, so they're typing in keywords like this, or they're typing in sunny vacation, or they're typing in sunny holiday, or warm holiday. So you can see how you can get up to 60,000 keyword phrases pretty quickly when you start thinking in those terms. Now, once we put these keyword phrases into the AdWords, sometimes they'd only last 3-4 weeks before Google would give them a quality score of 0 and not show them anymore. right? But sometimes they would take off and they would last the whole time. You never know. We put for example, and this was a little bit almost shady, but we put Greece vacations. Don't you want to be, and nobody clicked on it. We didn't get any traffic, but it said the Canary Islands when somebody was looking for Greece. So maybe next time, they might think Canary Islands. That was the idea there.
This is why it appeared Italy when we type Gran Canaria holiday, maybe?
No, when we typed it, it's because, yeah, exactly, that's a good point, exactly. Italians are going, hey, if they'll go to Gran Canaria, maybe they'll go to, Sardona or whatever, whatever the island is in Italy, right? So, maybe they took advantage of that tactic, right? So that's how you get a billion impressions on Google AdWords. You get a billion impressions because, number one, you're really not paying to be there. It doesn't cost any. The only time it costs is if somebody clicks on it. So if you want 45 cents per 1,000 eyes looking at keyword phrases and getting an audience that's specific to your product, there's nothing better than Google to do it. You've got to spend time though. It takes time and it takes effort, and you've got to be thinking keywords and looking, you can sit there all morning, and I like to use Excel, and I put a list of keywords and put sunny, 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 vacation, and just, change the names and then copy that, paste that, and pretty soon you have a list, huge list of keyword phrases. You put it on there, you just see what happens. And interesting thing is that sometimes you run across what I call golden keyword phrases, and they just surprise you. Like, for example, generic was really good, right? If you can get in front of somebody that's looking for an idea, that was really good, right? Somebody that's looking for Gran Canaria was great because we got, really good traffic. They came to our website, they visited around, whatever, that's fine. But getting things like people that don't know where they're going to go and they're just looking for general terms and getting them to come to your website, that's really cool. And we discovered that by doing this trial and error process with keyword phrases, we came across several very interesting ones that you might not expect, like 2 times 1 vacation, or in Spanish, 2x1 viaje, right? So it's like 2 for 1 offer. For some reason, that is something that works in the mainland in Spain. People would type that in, and they would look at our ad, and they would come and visit our website. And Google thought, hey, that's cool, that works. They didn't give us a bad quality score, and we got a ton of traffic. I mean, actual traffic that came to our website for things like that. But you just don't know until you try it. So with Google AdWords, it's a lot about trial and error. It's a lot about being proactive. You also have to be proactive with your ads. What this says is very important. And how this is designed is very important. This is designed, I didn't design it so that it says vacation December. That's dynamic, right? So you have all sorts of power within Google AdWords. Well, that's my last case study. If there's anybody that has any questions or wants to pose something about any of these case studies or their own case, their own example, I can answer those questions now. No?
Oh, yeah, I sure do. Well, thanks for the speech.
Yeah. I hope I used up enough time.
Yeah, this is good, and we have 11 minutes for some or 8 minutes for some questions.
Okay.
So I'll start off with the first one. Do you, when you do this, I bet you see lots of opportunities that you would like to pursue yourself. Or you see, oh, one might do this. It doesn't fit any one of the clients. So do you end up like seeing avenues?
Yeah, but I put a stop to that because my wife would kill me.
Yeah, right.
Being a startup is a lot of pain, right? There's a lot of pain that goes into starting something up, and I've gone down that road, and before you can get to the part of internet marketing, you have to get to the part of actually having something that people are going to want to use, and you know what I mean? And sometimes that is very painful as well. But to answer your question, yes, all the time I see avenues, right?
So you should have like a sign, Here, you run with this one, and you
Yeah, exactly. No, I gave Nestor a good idea today too. We're going to be working on it. We're going to put it together. Right? Any other questions?
So, do you only work in Spanish, in English, I think? Or do you also do all that job for Spanish keywords, Spanish text?
Yeah, the Google, the Canary Islands account, that was in 8 languages. And I was the sole manager of that account. Now, I did use a translator for all except for Spanish and English. I used translators for the Swedish and the German, just specific to the ads themselves, though. The keywords, you just put them together. You go to the internet, you type them in, you go to Google Trends. That's where you get ideas for keywords. And then you just throw out which doesn't work. So I didn't really need a translator for the keywords specifically. Yeah.
How did you end up on the Canary Islands? Well, I'm presuming you work here, or maybe you work somewhere else from. I guess you come from the States.
Yes, I do. I'm from just below Seattle, and I met my wife in the United States, who's from La Playa Chica.
Ah, right.
Las Canteras.
Because
Yes.
you know you have such a massive market in the world, and we don't have many Americans here, and it's
Yeah.
something interesting to study.
Yeah, but you know what? My business allows me to do business with anybody. You know, I mean, face to face is always nice, and it's, but I have clients all over the globe because I work from home. I just do it. I do Skype. I do all of that sort of thing. So the world that we live in now allows us to have this kind of freedom. You can live in a beautiful place like Canary Islands, have spring weather year round, and still get your job done. As long as you're proactive, that's the key about working at home. You've got to constantly be working, trying to figure out what to do next to make the client happy. They want to see results. They want to see that they're on the top of page 1. That's what they want to see. More questions?
Are there any tools that you use when you're sort of setting up an AdWords account and deciding on what sort of keywords you want to advertise yourself in? I'm guessing you're using the Google package, but are you using anything else besides that?
Well, it's all there in the Google package. I mean, the main thing is see who your competition is and go to their pages and see what they're using. That's a big help to see what kind of things, especially if they're already sort of into this keyword. If they're not, then you have an advantage over it. I mean, if none of your competition is taking advantage of search engine optimization, that's good to know as well. But the main tool is your mind. You have to think like one of your clients is going to think like. You have to set your mind aside and try to get into the mindset of somebody looking for your product. What are they going to type in? And that's why you come up with warm vacation, sunny vacation, hot vacation, right? I might never type in hot vacation. That seems ridiculous to me. But somebody might. And you don't know until you try it. And the beautiful thing about AdWords is that it costs very little money to get yourself some really high quality research on which keywords to optimize for in your own website. It costs hardly any money. You get to optimize, you get to do thousands of keyword phrases, see what rises to the top, see what's expensive, see all of that sort of thing. See what brings you the visitor that stays on your site and buys your product, and then you optimize for those on your website. Somebody else?
Do you maintain a blog or Twitter account or none of that?
No, that's too much work.
You obviously have a lot to share. This was a very
well, like I said, it's a big world, and there's lots of little nooks and crannies and corners in this world. If you go back to my list, that's 26 items on that list, right? yeah, I mean, I very much like the internet and doing that sort of thing, but I could never get disciplined enough to actually create a blog and create something like that. I mean, I'm lucky that I have my LinkedIn page. And so maybe one day. I'm still thinking about, I toyed around with doing like a video and trying to do some video blog, but, I can't stand the way I sound and look when I see myself. You know what I mean? So it's like, when you don't like that sort of, it's hard to keep going. Yeah. Any other questions about internet marketing or anything in general? Startups, done it all.
So what do you think about all these new tools to monitor the ROI?
Ah, yeah.
You don't use them, I guess?
Yes, I do. I'm a religious Google Analytics user and also Webmaster Tools user and Google YouTube Statistics user and Google Trends user. Now, the other tools, I don't really get involved too much in the social media and all of that sort of thing, so I haven't really got too much into the Facebook stuff yet. And I have used things like Keyword Pro and different things like that in the past. But I find that I get most of everything that I need out of Google Analytics, which, by the way, is free. Doesn't cost anything to have Google Analytics on your website. If you don't have Google Analytics on your website, I think you're missing a key element to internet marketing, because it's important to know what your bounce rate is. How many bounce rate means people go onto your web page and then within 10 seconds they're gone. Why is that happening? Is it happening because your web page is too slow? Find out, make little tiny tweaks, things like that. Google Analytics tells you all that for free. So that's nice. Also the tools, the tools kingdom, that's very important. And there's a lot there too, the toolskingdom.com website. If you go in, you can see every element of your web page, and then from within those elements you can see what's hanging you up and what's causing you problems, and then fix those problems. And there's other things as well that I use out there. But yeah, anything else?
I think that's it. Thanks a lot.
All right.